Feel the comfort of tonight's tale as it brings you rest. Sakura and Tender Hair Geranium, a tale of laughter. This story is about Sakura, a young girl who finds joy through laughter and her magical friendship with a tender hair named Geranium. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between sprawling green hills and vibrant fields of daisies, lived Sakura, a young girl with laughter as bright as sunshine. Her giggles often echoed through the village, bringing smiles to everyone she encountered. Sakura had a unique ability to find joy in the simplest of moments, be it admiring the fluttering butterflies or listening to the symphony of chirping crickets at dusk. One day, as Sakura strolled through the lush meadow, she came across a peculiar sight that tickled her curiosity. There stood a flower, unlike any she had ever seen. It was a geranium with petals so vibrant they seemed to sparkle under the noon sun. As Sakura approached, she heard a gentle voice speaking. "Hello, dear Sakura." Startled but intrigued, she asked, "Who speaks?" In response, a tender heart named Geranium introduced itself. Tender hearts were magical beings residing in special flowers, gifted with the ability to communicate through laughter and love. Sakura was delighted to meet Geranium, who explained its mission. She spread joy and laughter throughout the lands. They spent hours together, laughing at the wind, playfully tossing their hair, and sharing stories of dreams and wishes. Geranium was particularly fond of Sakura because her laughter was pure, untouched by the worries that adulthood often brings. As the days turned into weeks, their friendship blossomed while Sakura realized that the simple moments she shared with Geranium taught her a profound lesson, that laughter could heal, bind, and inspire hope. Season after season, Sakura visited her friend, and each time, she left carrying more laughter to spread amongst the villagers. One especially bright morning, Geranium presented Sakura with a special gift, a tiny vial filled with the essence of laughter. "Whenever you feel it fading," Geranium whispered, "use this to remind yourself of our joyous times." Sakura held the vial close to her heart, vowing to keep laughter as her lifelong companion. In the years that followed, Sakura grew into a wise woman, cherished by many. Her laughter rang loud and true as it always had. Although Geranium eventually returned to the earth, its laughter lived on in Sakura, and every echo that graced the village fills with delight. Thus the village came to know that in the heart of laughter was the essence of life itself. Now, let's move gently into the next journey. Lobelia and Philip's magical journey on the hills. This story is about Lobelia, a young girl, and Tulip, a unicorn, who embark on an enchanting adventure across mystical hills. Lobelia, a young girl with eyes as bright as stars, lived in a cozy village nestled between rolling hills and verdant meadows. Every evening as the sun set, painting the skies with hues of amber and gold, Lobelia loved to stroll along these hills, dreaming of adventures beyond their gentle slopes. One night, under the blanket of a starlit sky, she noticed a shimmering figure on top of the tallest hill. With a heart full of curiosity and wonder, she climbed towards the glimmering lights, her steps guided by a sense of magic that tinged the air. Her eyes widened in delight as she reached the summit, finding a magnificent unicorn standing there with a mane that mirrored the twilight's sparkling stars. This was Tulip, a unicorn known for his wisdom and kindness, who chose this place as his home for its tranquil beauty. Tulip's gentle eyes met Lobelia's, and without a word they understood each other. Adventures awaited them. Tulip invited Lobelia onto his back, and together they soared into the night, the hills turning into waves under their woven journey of stars and dreams. As they rode, Tulip shared tales of the hill's magic, of ancient spirits that danced in the wind and the whispers of forgotten songs sung by the earth itself. Lobelia listened, enchanted by the stories woven with the gentle night breeze that wrapped around them. They visited the enchanted forest, where luminescent flowers bloomed, painting the night with their radiant glow. Each bloom held the history of every wish ever whispered here, echoing in the soft rustle of petals. The hills beneath them were alive, cradling secrets that only Tulip knew how to unveil. The hidden brook gurgled with laughter, and an ancient oak whispered tales of love. When dawn kissed the horizon, Lobelia and Tulip returned, the journey etched deep in her heart. She slid down from Tulip's gracious back. She thanked the unicorn and promised to return, knowing the hills held endless mysteries for those willing to explore them. From that nightfall, the hills were more than just grass and earth. They were companions in her dreams, whispering secrets of the universe and hints of the adventures yet to come. Her bond with Tulip linked her heart to the hills, creating a tale intertwined between magic and reality, where the break of day brought new whispers of adventures and dreams. The hills, with their gentle curves and enchanting mysteries, became Lobelia's guardians and friends, nurturing her dreams and guiding her spirit toward endless horizons. Here's another story to gently guide you to rest. Violet and the Joyful Sprite. This story is about a young girl named Violet, who forms a magical friendship with a joyful sprite named P, learning about the importance of family through their enchanting adventures. On the edge of Elder Tree Forest, where sunlight danced between leaves and the air was sweet with nature's scents, lived a young girl named Violet, with her loving family. Every evening after supper, Violet would run outside to play with pets before bedtime, surrounded by the musical symphony of crickets and whispering wind. One particular evening, as twilight enveloped the land in shades of purple and gold, Violet noticed a faint glow amidst the bushes near her favorite oak tree. Curious, she tiptoed closer and scratched the leaves away gently, uncovering a glimmering sprite. The sprite's name was P, a joyful sprite, known for her gentle laughter and sparkling green wings. She danced round the Violet with an ethereal grace, humming tunes of ancient forests and hidden streams that made Violet giggle with delight. As the night deepened, P and Violet played games of chase and explored the grassy knolls, occasionally stopping to listen to the stories P shared. Tales of woodland creatures and the secret lives of flowers. Violet felt an inexplicable warmth inside, a feeling of belonging that went beyond mere words. Pat, sensing this warmth, smiled and reminded Violet of the importance of family. How they were the roots that kept her grounded while exploring life's myriad wonders. Violet returned home to her family as the stars twinkled brightly, her heart filled with gratitude and love, recounting her magical evening with P. Her parents listened to her stories, eyes wide with wonder, as they tucked her into bed. Violet fell asleep, with dreams of P and the joyful memory of their friendship blossoming like a newfound treasure. From that night onwards, P often appeared at twilight, guiding Violet and her on adventures that filled their imaginations and strengthened their familial bonds, weaving magic into the fabric of their daily lives. Surrounded by love and laughter, Violet realized that family was the greatest gift, embodying joy, strength, and unity, elements mirrored in the gentle sprite's presence. The sprite boy's visit became a cherished family tradition, reminding everyone that love was a light that never faltered even in the darkest of nights. Let's begin another chapter, warm and comforting. Euphorbia and Primrose by the River. This story is about Euphorbia, who finds friendship and magical adventures with a crow named Primrose by a mysterious river. Once upon a time, Nestled within a quaint village surrounded by lush fields and towering mountains, there lived a gentleman named Euphorbia. His days were filled with simplicity, and the whispering winds, the accord of leaves dancing about in gentle breezes, and a river that sang a tranquil tune through the heart of his home. Euphorbia, with his kind eyes and soft hands, often wandered down to the river just as the first light of dawn graced the sky. The river was not merely a stream of water. It was the symphony of life itself, reflecting the colors of emotions and the tales of ancient rocks that lay silent beneath the crates. There was magic in the way the morning sun kissed the riverside's surface, creating a canvas of glistening diamonds that dazzled Euphorbia's senses and filled his heart with joy. It was at this river that Euphorbia met Primrose, a crow with feathers so slick they mirrored the midnight sky. Primrose had a knack for curiosity and a heart full of wonder, traits that endeared her to Euphorbia. They became unlikely companions, with Euphorbia often sharing stories with Primrose as they watched the river together. Primrose, perched upon a warm branch, listened attentively, her head tilting and eyes shining with understanding. Her presence was a balm to Euphorbia's solitude, her calls a melody that harmonized with the river's song. On a particularly soft summer's evening, when twilight began to weave a tapestry of purple and gold across the sky, Euphorbia approached the river to find Primrose, waiting for him with an unusual gleam in her eyes. The river's gentle flow seemed to speak in a different dialect that night, inviting them both to follow a path that had never been taken. Primrose spread her wings wide, fluttering in anticipation, and urged Euphorbia to walk along its banks. Together, they walked with the river as it whispered secrets of distant lands and untold adventures. The winding path by the river led them to a meadow, vibrant and alive, with wildflowers painting the landscape in hues of red and yellow. The symphony of the river's current, the rustling leaves, and Primrose's soft call filled the air, weaving a melody that could only exist in moments of pure enchantment. Euphorbia and Primrose settled in the meadow, the grass tickling Euphorbia's legs, and the sweet fragrance of blossoms enveloping them. The river told them stories of brave travelers and the wishes that fell on its surface, rippling into eternity. Primrose closed her eyes, feeling each word reverberate through her very feathers, while Euphorbia listened, his heart swelling with the warmth of the tales. As the moon rose high, casting a silver glow upon their world, Euphorbia understood the river's true gift, that of companionship and connection, a bridge formed between the realms of solitude and joy. Primrose nuzzled closer, her wings gently resting on Euphorbia's shoulder, as if to say that their adventures were only beginning. They walked home that night, with the river's melody flowing gently behind them, promises of new stories whispering in the breeze. From that day forward, Euphorbia and Primrose were known throughout the village as inseparable friends, bound by the lessons of the river and the stories it shared. The river continued to sing its songs, forever, a background to their tales, a testament to the beauty of friendship confined along nature's course. May peace fill your night. Sweet dreams.